I don't know about you guys, but man, I am so happy to have Chandelure back. If you give that thing a choice scarf, it hits like a truck. Welcome back everyone to another live Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. How the heck are y'all doing today? Listen, man, today we have a battle against Sean in an amazing OU Wi-Fi battle with our choice scarf Chandelure team. Be like Sean and join the Discord for a chance to take me on in a battle. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We have a goal of 50 likes on today's video, so help us out by leaving a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the team preview against Sean. Alrighty, so today, as you guys can see on the screen, today we're going to be taking on Sean in a nice and powerful OU Wi-Fi battle with our Poltergeist Dusknoir team that we built. And today, Sean has a pretty interesting team of a Greninja, a Gliscor, a Politoed, a Rotom Wash, an Overquill, and a Slowking. So speaking of Overquill, check out the next team for the next Wi-Fi battle because it's going to be pretty dope because we're using an Overquill ourselves. But leads for my man's here. He could lead off with the Gliscor here. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it's like kind of like a small rain team, but he is weak to electric if I have ever seen it. But Ogerpon might have himself a game here. So leads for us here. He could, in fact, lead off with the Gliscor. So I don't really want to lead off with my Sozin. However, I don't really have anything that really takes his team on. Also, I apologize. They're doing work outside of my house, yard work, in fact. So I don't know why it happens every time I hit record. But let's go ahead and lead off with Cresselia, right? Cresselia could at least give a decent matchup. It can obviously get some Trick Room up, and then we can obviously switch into our Poltergeisting Dusknoir and have a good time here. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and join the battle. Okay, so it looks like Sean is going to lead off with the Rotom. We're going to lead off with Moonpie the Cresselia. This is not a bad lead for us. I honestly think he expected me to lead off with Great Tusk. So, not too bad for us. I say we either get a Trick Room up here or we go for a Light Screen. What are we thinking today, ladies and gentlemen? I think we lead off with the Trick Room just because obviously we can outspeed this thing and then obviously get some Light Screen trickery stuff up. However, he could also go for the trick here. I have seen a couple trick Rotoms that would be a little bit disappointing. So you know what? I'm willing to go for a Light Screen here. He is going to Thunder Wave us here. Unfortunately, we are going to be paralyzed now. But again, I wasn't really the fastest thing on the field anyways. And honestly, getting up a Light Screen here would be pretty nice. So we do get that Light Screen off. Perfect. That means his Hydro Pumps, his Volt Switches aren't going to be doing anything to us. And now I think the best play is to go for a Trick Room here. So he is going to Rain Dance. Okay, so this is looking like a Rain team. So is he going to be a Thunder Rotom? Is he a Thunder Rotom? Man, that's going to be so weird if he is. So we do in fact have everything that we need to get off on this Rotom. The question is, do I switch into Poltergeist, or not the Poltergeist, but the Dusknoir here? Because if I switch into Dusknoir now, I could get a big Poltergeist off on everything on his team. The only thing that won't be able to take it is obviously going to be the Overquill and the Greninja. However, everything else on his team is taking one really hard. I'm willing to go for a Moonblast here. Let's go for a Moonblast. We are going to outspeed still, which is pretty hilarious. Or sorry, we're not going to outspeed because obviously Trick Room's up. So he is going to go for the Volt Switch here. Volt Switch ain't doing nothing to us. So that's actually really good. That's actually really good that we're paralyzed because now it's going to slow us down a lot. Okay, so Sean is going to go into the Slowking, which is actually really good for us. So I think my play here now is to go into my Dusknoir. The reason why I want to go into Dusknoir now is we still have the Trick Room up. And the best part is here is now we can at least get a huge Poltergeist off on his team. However, though, I'm honestly thinking about going for a Leech Life. Because if I go for the Leech Life, that wouldn't be too bad. So he is going to disable here, which is actually pretty hilarious. Man, I'm not going to lie. I really want a Leech Life because Leech Life is super effective. It's super effective. If he switches into the Overquill or the Greninja, we can hit that thing. However, if he switches if he switches out and he goes into Gliscor, Leech Life ain't doing nothing. So let's go for a Poltergeist. Let's go ahead. He is going to withdraw Slowking. Unfortunately, he's probably going to go into Greninja. I should have called that. Going to go into Naruto, the Kalos champion, which is going to be the Politoed, actually. So that's actually pretty hilarious. So unfortunately, oh no, we're not going to miss. And we're going to hit this thing with a Poltergeist. We are banded, and that's going to take it out, boy. Look at him go. So that's the good part about that is the Drizzle user is going to be gone. Only unfortunate part here is he's probably now going to either go into Greninja or he's going to go into Overquill. Looks like it's going to be Overquill. Actually, I'm curious to see if this would do super effective damage. So actually, it wouldn't even do super effective damage. So that's actually really good to know. So now the question is what do we do from here? I got a feeling he could go for a dark type move. So let's go into Tantor just because Tantor has the like perfect matchup for this thing. So Great Tusk is going to come out. Obviously, we're going to be defensive. So I don't think this thing, unless this thing has like liquidation or something, we have a very good matchup against this thing. So he's going to go for the Toxic Spikes here. That's actually really fine just because I'm going to go ahead and go for a Rapid Spin. I'm going to go for a Rapid Spin, be able to outspeed this thing. And then I'll be able to outspeed whatever's on his side of the T, or whatever's on the side of it, or whatever is going to come out, or if he wants to stay in with this thing. So Rapid Spin, come on out. He doesn't have a Ghost type to take this thing on. He's probably going to go into the Slowking, I imagine. Going to go into Rotom, so that's actually fine. We are going to be able to outspeed this thing, and do we get a close combat off of this thing? The good part about this is if he can't go for a Thunder Wave here, so he might just stay in and go for a Hydro Pump. So his speed is going to raise. He has a Mirror Herb. Oh yeah, okay, so he has a Mirror Herb. So that's actually really good because now we can just straight go into Cresselia now. We can go into Cresselia, obviously get the Trick Room off again, and since this thing is going to be out speedy, you know, it's a little bit going to be a little speedy, so that means he's going to hate the Trick Room, so he's going to go for the Rain Dance again. These Rain Dance shenanigans are getting really crazy, but I think what he's trying to do is I think he's trying to like, I don't know if he's trying to set up, I don't know what he's trying to do, so let's go ahead, go for a Trick Room here. He is going to Hydro Pump in the rain and miss, unfortunately. That is going to absolutely stink. That stinks for my mans right there. So, since he's going to be speedy, we are going to outspeed in the Trick Room. I say here now we go for the Light Screen and see what this thing's talking about. So, we are going to get the Light Screen off. Perfect. I'm not going to lie. If we can get the boy to work out, it's going to be so nice. I'm talking about the Chandelure. So, that Hydro Pump is not doing a dang thing to us. And now I think the play is just to... Actually, you know what? I want to get the most damage out of my Dusknoir, so let's go ahead and go into Dusknoir. Just because he has a lot of threats, and the best part is here is I don't think he wants to take a Poltergeist. I think he's gonna switch into the Overquill. So I think honestly I go. Okay, so he is gonna actually get a huge crit off on my Dusknoir. So that actually sucks. But if he goes into Overquill, that's gonna be nice. Okay, so he's going to go into Jiraiya, the Kalos champion, which is going to be the Greninja. So, I'm not going to lie. I could smack this thing with a Leech Life here. I could smack this thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for the Leech Life. He is going to tear it here. Unfortunately, what does he tear it into? He's going to tear into a Water type is the question. I do have a Light Screen up, so hopefully he's not physical. He is going to go into the Water type. The question is he going to be a Water Shuriken set? So he's going to be a Water Shuriken set. Okay. The question is, can I take this Water Shuriken? I take that with such ease. We're going to get a huge Leech Life off on his team. So that's actually really good for us. So is he a loaded dice set? I wonder if he's a loaded dice set. We are going to get the Leech Life off. That's going to do a lot of damage, give it a lot of health back. And I don't think he has anything that wants to kill us. So the rain is going to stop, which means that he's not going to get the boost, I believe, if that's on the water type attacks. But so let's go ahead and go for another Leech Life here. He might switch out. I think he's going to switch out into the Gliscor. I think he switches into Gliscor here. I'm going to go into Slowking. Okay, that's a little weird because this is going to be super effective. And that's almost just going to one-shot. And the best part is I think we outspeed Slowking, which is kind of a weird name. Actually, it's a really weird name if it's a Slowking, but you know what? Let's go again and go for a Leech Life. I would have went personally into Gliscor, to be honest. He's going to withdraw Slowking. There it is. So now we just need to get some Stealth Rocks up. If we can get some Stealth Rocks up, that's going to be huge. So Glider the Veteran's going to come. That is going to be Gliscor for sure. That was immaculate. And actually, that didn't do that bad of damage. So he's going to be the Toxic Orb set. Perfect. Let's go. Okay. So we're not sitting too bad right here. Now the only thing is what do I want to switch into? I could switch into Medusa here because Medusa could do a lot of damage. And if we could take this thing out with a Misty Explosion, that would actually be really cool. However, if he goes for a knockoff, that's going to kind of stink. I got a feeling he's going to go for a knockoff here. I don't really have anything to take a knockoff, and I can't really send in Tantor just because Tantor can, yes, take a knockoff. But he doesn't have a great matchup against this thing. So, let's go into Medusa here. Let's go into Medusa. And the reason why I want to go into Medusa is just because if I can set up a Misty Terrain and Misty Explosion, we'll be in such a good position. And I think a Misty Terrain should be able to take this thing. So he's going to go for the Poison Jab. Okay, so that absolutely sucks. Oh, wow, they're really blowing outside my window. I apologize if you guys hear that. Hopefully I can talk into the mic and drown it out. But the question here, do I go for the Misty Explosion here now? Because if I go for the Misty Explosion, I can obviously just send in my... I can honestly just send in... Oh, wait, actually, I have a pretty good matchup here. Because I can send in my... I can actually just send in... Yeah, I can just send in straight up my Chandelure. So you know what? Let's go for a Misty Explosion. Let's go for a Misty Explosion. We're going to outspeed this thing. We're going to get a lot of damage off. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Misty Terrain up. But how much is this doing? Oh, it just almost one-shots the Gliscor. Oh, dude, that absolutely sucks. Okay, at least we didn't put him in sub-range. So that's actually super good. That is actually really good that we didn't get this thing into sub-range. So that's actually perfect because now we can just straight up send in. Now we can actually just straight up send in Sozin. And Sozin's scarfed. So he doesn't have a lot that wants to take a Shadow Ball here. However, if he does go into the... If he does go into the Overquill, that's going to kind of suck. However, an Energy Ball is pretty much taking on everything in his team. But if he does go into Overquill, that's going to suck. However, we do have Tantor in the back for that. So you know what? I'm willing to go for the Shadow Ball here. Maybe should have went for something else. He is going to go into Rotom. Okay, so Rotom's going to die. Rotom is going to die, I think. So we are going to get the one Shadow Ball off. Perfect. And that does not take out Rotom. However, we can honestly just keep going straight up for Shadow Balls. We can just straight up keep going for Shadow Balls here. He is going to sack off the Rotom. I do feel like he is going to go into the Overquill here. But if he doesn't, even better for us. The only thing is, now that we know he has Water Shuriken on his Greninja, which there it is right there. Perfect. Now that we do know he has the Water Shuriken, we could actually Terra here if we really wanted to. And possibly live a Water Shuriken. However, why would I do all that when I have Moonpie in the back who can easily eat up a nice and powerful Water Shuriken? Even though he's Terra, I think we can still eat it up. Honestly, we need to keep Chandelure alive because Chandelure can really win this battle for us. So he's going to go for the Water Shuriken. That ain't doing nothing. What's a Water Shuriken to a Cresselia? Is he gonna hit 4 times? Because if he hits 4 times, we're gonna... Yeah, he's a loaded dice set. For sure he is. He for sure is a loaded dice set. So, I want a light screen here. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm a light screen here. So, he's gonna withdraw Jiraiya. Who does he go into? Maybe the Gliscor? Gonna go into Slowking. Okay, so Slowking is gonna come in. That's actually fine because if I can get a light screen off here... Did he gain health back? The question is, did he gain health back? Let's go for a Moonblast here, actually. So he's going to withdraw. Who does he go into? Does he go into Overquill here? He goes into Overquill, so I don't know. Maybe he predicted me to overshoot it. Either way, we get the Moonblast off. Perfect. He is going to either be a Black Sludge or a Leftover set. He's going to be a Black Sludge set. Okay, so that's actually not the worst thing for us because now we can honestly just straight up go into Tantor here. We can straight up go into Tantor here. And honestly, I am willing to get my Stealth Rocks up here because if I get my Stealth Rocks up here, I think Greninja can die. Greninja can die. The what's it called can die. Everything can just pretty much leave. Everything can pretty much just leave. So you know what? I'm willing to actually go for a Stealth Rock here. Let's go for a Stealth Rock. Because if I get a Stealth Rock up here, actually, is Gliscor still here? Yeah, Gliscor's still here. So you know what? Let's go ahead and just get a Stealth Rock up. Let's get a Stealth Rock up here. What does he have to take us on? And now we can just rapid spin away the rocks, which is really good. So he's going to go for a Barb Barrage. That's not going to do anything to us just because... Oh, he does get the poison, though. It does have a 50% chance to poison, so that's actually pretty hilarious. So that means his Barb Barrage is going to do a little bit more to us. However, I don't think we're badly poisoned, which is super good. So now we can easily go for a rapid spin, get these stupid toxic spikes away, be able to outspeed, and then just straight up headlong rush this thing. So I'm gonna rapid spin here. I'm gonna rapid spin. That way my Chandelure doesn't get poisoned. We do get the rapid spin off here. Perfect. Now we should be able to outspeed. So this one's actually looking really good for us. So he's probably gonna go for a bar barrage. No, he's gonna go for a liquidation. Ah, okay. So that's actually a really good play here. That was actually a really good play. Now I think if we go for the headlong rush, we should be able to take this thing out, if I'm correct. Because the headlong rush should be able to do a lot of damage to this guy. If he does go into the Gliscor, that is going to suck. However, I think Gliscor should at least go down close to a close combat as well as the Stealth Rock. So let's go for a headlong rush here. We do get the headlong rush off. Perfect. That should be able to take out the Overquill as it does. Let's go, Great Tusk. Go crazy. Go absolute insane. Go crazy. It's your birthday. He might go into Greninja here. He might go into Greninja, and I think Greninja does live from the Stealth Rocks. Okay, so he is going to go into Glider the Veteran, which is going to be the Gliscor. Okay, so that's actually not the worst case scenario for us. We are going to be able to outspeed. So let's actually just go for another rapid spin. Does a rapid spin take it out though? I think a close combat takes it out. I'm going to go for a close combat. He is going to go for the Protect. Okay, that's fine. Actually, not the worst case scenario. He is going to get a little bit of health back. However, I do think a close combat should be able to take this thing out. I do, in fact, feel that. If not, I know, in fact, we do have the boy, the Chandelure in the back, who's going to be able to Shadow Ball everything. So let's go ahead and go for a close combat. I do feel like a close combat takes this thing out. However, I could be wrong. It is not very effective, actually. It does kind of resist it. But I'm willing to get some damage off on this thing. Let's go for a close combat. He is going to Earthquake here. Does that take us out? I don't think it does. And we do live on 21. Perfect. Get the close combat off. That's going to take out Gliscor. Nice. Okay. So the only thing that I'm a little nervous for is, can we live? We should. I think we go down to the poison here. I believe we do go down to the poison. No, we don't. We do not go down to the poison, which is actually really good. However, I do feel like he's going to go into the Greninja here. And the light screen is going to wear off, unfortunately. So that's going to kind of stink. However, he's going to go into Slow King here. Okay, so let's get off a big headlong rush. Yeah, let's get a big headlong rush off. It should be able to at least do a lot of damage to this Slow King. We send in Shandy, Terrasilize Shandy, win the game. So we are going to get the headlong rush off. Perfect. That's going to take out Slow King, actually. Unfortunately, we're going to go down to the poison. However, I'm willing to Terrasilize with my... I'm willing to Terrasilize my Chandelure and see if I can live a... what's it called? Actually, I think we're going to live. The poison. No, we don't live the poison. I think it was just 20 exactly. Okay, so that actually stinks. However, I do have Shandy in the back. Can I live a Water Shuriken? I think I can live a Water Shuriken. If not, honestly not worried about it because I have plenty of threats in the back. But I'm willing to go. Oh, wait, I think he's going to die here. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. Okay. So he's going to take some Stealth Rock damage here. All right, let's Terrasilize here. Go for the Shadow Ball or the Energy Ball. Let's go for an Energy Ball. Energy Ball should be able to take it out. We're going to Terrasilize here. Can we live the Water Shuriken? Come on. Come on, Shandy. I want you on the thumbnail, baby. I want you on that thumbnail. You are a big threat to this team. Please, Shandy. Please. Please, Shandy. Give it to me. Give it to me. Can we live one? Water Shuriken. Okay. Our defenses are very frail. I think we live 4. I think we live that. 2, that was a crit. Ooh, we cannot afford any more crits. Okay. Even with a crit, I think we live. Okay, perfect. Let's go. 5? He got 5? Okay, either way, we hit the Energy Ball. Perfect. Let's go, Shandy. Okay, so that's going to be GG's. That was a super fun game. Chandelure coming in clutch, man. Honestly, no, Great Tusk came in clutch. But Shandy, you deserve that thumbnail spot for winning us the battle this week. So that's, again, going to be GG's. Here is going to be the rental code for the team we used in today's Wi-Fi battle. The PokePaste will be in the description as well. Don't forget to leave a like on today's video if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more Pokemon content, and let me know in the comments of some Pokemon you want to see us build a team around. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and start working on the next set of Wi-Fi battles. So please have yourselves a great morning, night, evening, day, wherever you're at, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.